Hello students, my name is Shesi George, your professional accounting teacher. Before you continue with this video, please try to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Alright, in the last video, we look at absorption costing, okay? So this is the second part of this video where we'll be looking at marginal costing principle. According to the requirement of the question, you are required to prepare profit statements for the month of July using a absorption costing principle. This has been done. Try to watch the last video for this. Then now we want to look at marginal costing principle. So for marginal costing principle, I told you that before you prepare the profit statement, 2 working notes is needed, okay? So for marginal costing principle, this is not needed, but this is needed, the cost card. But the cost card must show the marginal cost. Okay, the cost card is needed. Then this part, calculation of absorption, is not needed. All right, so what we need here is the calculation of cost, marginal cost per unit. And what is marginal cost? Marginal cost is nothing but the addition of all the direct costs, all the direct production costs, okay? They are called marginal costs. So direct material, direct labor, variable production overhead, all these are the components of marginal cost in accounting or in costing, okay? So let's get started by writing, okay? You have your Sabe Limited, then profit statement for the month of July using marginal costing method or principle. So since you have done the profit statement for absorption costing in the same question, so there is no need of repeating this again. So students will take note of that. You can just make reference to this. All right. So what do we have now? We have our 2 naira column. Of course, your sales remain the same. That is 45 naira multiplied by sales figure is 28,000. Don't forget, and that is 1,260,000. Okay. Then you say less variable cost of production, variable costs of production first, or cost of sales rather, cost of sales, variable cost of sales, less variable cost of sales. We have opening inventory. So what's our opening inventory? Nil. Okay. Our direct material has been calculated before, which is 360. So all you need to do is to repeat all this up to variable production overhead. Just repeat this. All right, just repeat all this direct material, direct labor, variable production overhead. All right. Okay, so our variable production, as you can see from the cost card, is 3 naira times the production units. This is 8 naira times the production units, and to give you 240, while this is 12 naira times the production units. 12 naira times will give you 360. So once this is added, so when you add this, it's going to give you 690,000. All right, then you come, you say less closing inventory. This closing inventory must be at marginal cost of production. Now, what is your marginal cost of production? What is the marginal cost of production? The marginal cost of production if you look at your cost card, we have the direct material plus direct labor plus variable production overhead only. That's your marginal cost of production, which is 12 plus 8 plus 3. 12 plus 8, that's 20 plus 3, and that will give you 23 naira. Okay, are you with me? So marginal cost of production. But if it is absorption uses full cost. It uses this 31. Are you with me? 31. But marginal cost values at marginal costing techniques values closing stock, closing inventory at marginal cost of production. And marginal cost is the addition of all the direct production costs, okay, which is direct material, direct labor, and variable production overhead. Okay, all right. Now at how much? 23 naira. So when you multiply 23 naira multiply by 2,000 naira, this will give you 46,000 naira. 46. Okay, when you subtract, this will give you it's going to give you variable cost of goods sold. So what's the variable cost of goods sold? That's 64400. Okay, now you had other non-variable production overhead, non-variable. Okay, sorry, you had variable non-production overheads. Don't forget variable non-production overheads. So for the case of the format, so what do you have? We have the variable selling and distribution, which has been calculated during absorption costing. The selling and distribution and administrative expenses per annum are given. Variable, 10% of the sales value. That's variable non-production overhead, which is variable selling plus admin, and it's 10% times the sales value, and the sales value is 1,000,000. Okay, 1,260,000, and this is 1,2. So you add this to this. Okay, having added, then this one will give you variable costs of sales. Okay, it will give you variable cost of sales. So when you add, you are going to have 77,000. So this is your variable cost of sales. Variable cost. So your 7700 is your variable cost. And when you subtract variable cost from the selling price, it's going to give you contribution. Don't forget, contribution towards fixed cost. So when you subtract this, what do you have? We have 490,000. 490. All right. Then you now say less fixed cost. So we have fixed cost, production. The production fixed cost, of course, will be 8 multiplied by the normal activity, which is 150. I told you how we arrive at this. Okay, which is our 381, and that 381 is being given in the question as the budgeted normal level of output, which is 381. All right, that's the normal or the actual normal. So you divide this by 12. Why do you divide by 12? We divide by 12 because the statement is for monthly basis. That's for July, just 1 month. So, and it's going to give you this, and this is 254000. Then for selling and admin, fixed cost. So the fixed cost is being given as, what's the fixed cost? It's being given as 1,800,000. That is the annual. So it will be 1,800,000 divided by 12, and that is 150. Or better still, go to the previous absorption costing question and pick, this one is variable costs, variable admin, which we recognize here, okay? Then the fixed, this 150, which we recognize here. Then for the production, fixed production, this 240. The absorbed from our working notes, which is this, and that is what is being recognized here. Are you with me? We don't use anything absorbed here. All right. So marginal costing treats fixed cost as a period cost, not as part of the product cost. Okay. So when you add this together, it's going to give you nothing but 404,000. So when you subtract, you are going to have a profit. That's your net profit of 860. Okay, 860. That is our net profit for the month of July. Okay, using marginal costing principle. So as you can study the format, so the format goes like sales minus variable cost. It will give you contribution. Then minus fixed cost. Then to give you your profits. That's the format for marginal costing principle. Okay. The question may ask you to reconcile the profit. That's, you now write reconciliation of absorption costing profits and marginal costing profits. So you say profits. That's the reconciliation of marginal costing, absorption costing profit, absorption costing, AC costing, and marginal costing profits. So profits, you start with profits per absorption costing, and that gives 102. Okay, that's the profits, 10200. Then what do we have? You say stock difference less difference in inventory. Costs. Okay, so you say OAR, the fixed OAR, multiplied by opening inventory minus closing inventory. Opening inventory minus closing inventory. So what's our fixed OAR, which is 8 minus opening inventory is 0. We don't have opening inventory, but we have closing inventory, which is 2,000. Okay, so this will give you minus 8 minus this. How do we get this 8? 8 is the fixed production overhead, which is 8. So that will give us 16,000. So when you subtract 16,000 from here, what do you have? You have 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. That's it will give you 86,000. Okay, which is profit of the marginal costing. So this one will now give you profit per marginal costing principle. So that's how to reconcile using this format. You say profit per absorption costing, all right, less difference in inventory cost. Okay, less in difference in inventory cost, and that inventory cost is a fixed OAR multiplied by opening inventory minus closing inventory. So if your answer is negative, just subtract. But if your answer is positive, you add. All right, you add. Okay, so I believe you have gained one or two things. If you understand or if you like this video, please do share with your friends. Share the video with your friends. Bye for now.